CWE management, this is your final warning. You know what? Chevy has been overlooked for too long. Way too friggin' long. You're giving TV time to Easy Rider, James Roth, Chad Daniels, and where am I? I'm being left out in the cold here. I'm being left out to dry. And you guys take these guys ahead of me, even though I'm more talented, I'm more skilled. From now on, you know what? I'm going to take it on the guys you have been favoring. I'm going to take it out on Easy Rider. I'm going to take it out on James Roth. I'm going to take it out on Chad Daniels. I'm going to take it out on anybody else who gets in my damn way. I will kick the out of everybody.
Welcome everyone to CWE Adrenaline. I'm Dynamite Dave Petro. I'll be joined in mere moments by Andrew Hustler Patterson, and we've got a tremendous edition of Adrenaline for you tonight. A rematch from our 13th anniversary show. Adrien Big Balls Burton takes on Canadian Strong Style Rob Stardom. And also in action tonight, returning to the CWE, the German juggernaut, Moses Luke. And a very special State of the Union from the Canon Corporation.
Come on, boys. Come in the ring, boys. Come on. We talked about this already. Why did you give them? Remember what we discussed? We're going to let everyone else know exactly what we discussed and what we have planned. 2022 was supposed to be an even bigger year for us. And now that's a huge goal. That is some high heights to achieve, but if anyone can do it, it's the four of us. We seem to have hit a snag. We seem to have hit a road bump. We seem to have hit a few potholes along the way, and I take 100% accountability for that. It is my fault. As the leader, I have to accept responsibility for everything that goes wrong within the Canon Corporation. AJ, it is my fault that we lost the Tag Team Championships.
Sure is.
Now, I plan to make that right. I'm going to get to that in a second. O'Doyle, I should have been there for your match against Drew Dawkins. Again, that is my fault, and I accept full responsibility for that. Martins, your big match that we were training hard for against Mentolo, that is also my fault. And I know you guys are upset, and you have every right in the world to be angry at me. All the things you said, AJ, you even struck me. I deserved it. I deserved it. That is 100% on me. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to dwell on the past. I'm not going to sit here and talk about what happened. I'm going to talk about what is going to happen. What is going to happen on an upcoming episode of Adrenaline? I have secured a Tag Team Championship rematch for the two of you. The two of you will be the first people to get a shot at Red Hot Summer. So you get an extra championship reign on your resume. That's all it is. You get one more reign on your resume. Let's just break the reigns up a little bit. That's all it is. The titles will be back with us, and everything will be back to how it was. We'll come up with a bigger, better, and even more effective plan. And Martins, don't think I forgot about you. The very next episode of Adrenaline after that, you, the rightful CWE champion. You pinned him. There just wasn't a referee there to count it. We all saw it. I saw it. O'Doyle, AJ, you definitely saw it. Everyone here saw it. So guess what? Mendelo's first title defense since the anniversary show is going to be against the headline Sean Martins with Kevin Cannon in his corner, come hell or high water this time. Now, boys, did I not say I would come through for you? I think I did, and I think that is me holding true to my word. And once again, everything that's gone wrong, that's on my shoulders. But everything that we are going to achieve The only way we're going to do it is as a team. Deal?
No.
Deal.
No deal.
Hey Canada, it's nice to meet you. We're Mary Brown's famous chicken and taters, started in Newfoundland almost 50 years ago. Today the secret's out, and we're coast to coast across Canada. Yep, that's our food you're drooling over. Made fresh from scratch in store. No fillers, never pre-formed or pre-breaded. Handcrafted, not machine-made. Real food from genuine people. As original as the island where it all began. Mary Brown's, honest to goodness.
Big Mo, if I could talk to you for a moment before your match. It's good to see you back because you were very badly injured. You had a long layoff. It's personally, I'm glad to see you in CWE, but a lot of the fans are not very happy with your actions that cost Easy Rider the title. It looked like you were there to help Easy Rider out against uneven odds, the Degenerates and Mike Mission. Instead, you turned the tables on Easy Rider. Easy Rider, right? You know what, Marty, you said it right. I have been sitting at home for a little bit too long. I have been laid up and I have been injured. But you know what, while I was sitting at home, I had to listen to all the crap spewing out of everyone's mouth. Oh, Easy Rider, Canadian hardcore legend. Easy Rider, wrestling's toughest man. That is the biggest load of crap I have had shoveled in front of me besides the snowfall that's been coming down here. Easy, you need to listen really carefully here. You seem to also forget who was once the Canadian king of hardcore. Yeah, that's right, it was me. You want to be hardcore, Easy? Well, you know what? Sometimes as a legend, you need to put out the pasture. And well, who better man than me to put you out to pasture, Easy? Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to go out there with all the other graying mares, and you're going to go graze your life away. Because you know what? Your time is up. The glue factory is calling. And watch what I'm going to do to this jabroni, because it's going to...
Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Nairn Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's. All right, we're off and running on CWE Adrenaline already. We've seen on this episode the Canon Corporation State of the Union, and of course strong words from the returning Moses Luke, the German juggernaut. And how about that Canon Corporation State of the Union, Hustler?
Oh, Dave, Kevin Cannon has some problems on his hands right now. The corporation is in disarray, and to be honest, I think most fans of the CWE are loving every minute of it.
Absolutely. He's promised to make good, so in 3 weeks' time, the Tag Team Championships are going to be on the line. The former champs, the Canada Corporation's AJ Sanchez and Kevin O'Doyle, will go one-on-one in a tag match against Red Hot Summer. And in 4 weeks' time, right here on Adrenaline Hustler, it's going to be Sean Martins in his rematch against the Zombie Killer, the CWE champion, Mentalo.
Well, there's a lot of unfinished business from the last internet pay-per-view, but Dave, I'll be honest, I'm focusing on the present right now, and good Lord, this is a large human we're watching go to work right now.
The German juggernaut, Moses Luke, we haven't seen him for a couple of years here in the CWE, and he's back with a vengeance. I don't know much about Mr. X, but I think there's going to be an X by his name when this match is through.
This Moses Luke is one of the largest humans I've ever seen, and poor Mr. X signs up to get into the ring and then gets dealt with that. Oh.
Good grief. Oh, my goodness! Almost decapitated the man.
I hope paramedics are on site right now, Dave.
1, 2. Oh, he picks him up?
There's no need for that. That is unnecessary.
I think he had the match won. I think they pretty much need a spatula for Mr. X right now.
Yeah, no live betting on this match right now. Pretty much we know how it's going to end. Just how bad it gets for Mr. X is the question.
Oh, he's got him up with the fireman's carry, and he's going to just pummel the man. You just feel this coming. Oh my goodness.
That was a heck of a move.
Is he going to let him pin him now? 1, 2, and 3.
Mercilessly.
Moses Luke, your winner on CWE Adrenaline. Like you said, I hope the paramedics are standing by for Mr. X.
Somebody go check on Mr. X.
We'll be right back.
April Fools! Can you believe it? CWE is returning back to the building that Degenerates made famous. Yes, that's us. Did Mission tag you in that post on Facebook from like a few years ago when we sold the building out? Oh man, there were people turning people away at the door.
Gave Tommy Dreamer a beating so bad he hasn't returned since.
Tommy Dreamer. Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know
Either. But you know what? Yeah, probably. And it's going to be the King of Transcona, April 1st.
That's right. And regardless if it's me, if it's you, if it's Mission, one of us is going to be the King of Transcona. We're going to lay down Degenerates Law. Then we're going to pick up those tag team titles and we're going to hold all the gold. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
It's going to be a beautiful sight. Could you imagine us standing there in our promo picks holding all the championships? It'll be amazing. Amazing. April 1st, you're an April Fool. Be there. Rookies, the Central, you know the building. It's legendary because we made it famous.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's. Mary Brown's Chicken with 14 Manitoba locations.
Quiet around here. There's a huge void. We're really excited. I can't wait to hear. I can't believe it. Thank you for the support, and let's go.
Look who it is.
Good to be on with you guys.
The first thing I'm thinking is like Summer of Jack Daniels.
There'd have been a whole lot of people not going to work the next day.
I was just trying to enjoy a beautiful day in Winnipeg.
A nice new format you got going. I'm loving that background on the back.
Well, thank you for having me.
Next week on CWE Adrenaline, a match that came out of the 13th anniversary pay-per-view. The Pimp Daddy, Rick Matthews, goes one-on-one with Sweet Bobby Shink. Also in action, the Lords of the Underworld take on the Collins family tradition. Next week on Adrenaline.
Dr. Marty Goldstein, lucky to have corralled young James Roth here for just a brief conversation. Roth, new to CWE, new to the wrestling game. Could you just give the fans a bit of background about yourself, about your athletic achievements, and what kind of history you have in what we used to call physical education?
Well, the thing is, when I was a younger boy, I was more of a hockey player, but I've always had a love and passion for professional wrestling, and I always thought I'd kick myself if I never got into it. So that's what I want to do now, is just get my toes wet before I jump into the deep end in CWE.
Well, it's more than getting your toes wet. When a guy like Kevin Chevy, an experienced street fighter, gets his hands on you, but you've shown a lot of guts, a lot of grit and determination. The fans are very impressed with your showing on the 13th anniversary pay-per-view, and now you're looking for more competition here in the rings, in the ring wars here in CWE.
I'm still at the point where I just want to, get in the ring with whoever I can and feel everyone out and figure out who I am as a professional wrestler. And before we take things to the next level, like I said, it's just getting in the ring, getting that experience, and hopefully the wins will come sooner than later.
Confidence in your grappling ability, and I know you have confidence when it comes to the pugilism for your hockey background, James Roth. Best of luck to you. Coming up here in CWE.
Adrien Big Balls Burton.
We are back on CWE Adrenaline. Dave Petro, Andrew Hustler Patterson from Winnipeg Sports Talk at ringside, and we have a rematch from our 13th anniversary spectacular, the knockout match that had no winner. Both men knocked each other out. Come climbing into the ring, Adrien Big Balls Burton goes one-on-one with Canadian Strong Style Rob Stardom.
Well, Dave, these are two of the toughest dudes in the business, and we saw it in the knockout match where they both KO'd each other at the same time. Incredible finish, and I'm looking forward to seeing them get back in the ring and go at it again tonight.
New respect for Adrien Big Balls Burton. Of course, for a long time he formed that tag team with Dick Blood, the team of Dick and Balls, but that was kind of... he wasn't as serious as he is now, and he earned a lot of people's respect, and I think he even earned Rob Stardom's respect at the internet pay-per-view.
Well, Canadian Strong Style himself, he is a veteran of this game and knows what it's like to go up against the toughest in the business, and obviously certainly didn't take an L, but didn't get the win either, as these guys, just an all-out brawl in that match, and to be honest, Dave, I expect no different today.
Methinks we're not going to see a lot of scientific wrestling in this one.
yeah, this won't be in the Luchador playbook for next year's Best of CWE.
Absolutely. Our main event here on CWE Adrenaline, as I mentioned, Dave Petro and Andrew Hustler Patterson at ringside. And I think we need to pull our chairs a little bit. This is going to be a slobber knock.
Well, it absolutely will be. The referee is there. He's present. But I have a feeling neither of these gentlemen will be paying too much attention to the stripes and just looking to exact revenge and get that win that eluded them in their last match.
Collar to elbow, hook up, test of strength for both men. Adrien Big Balls Burton has a few pounds on Canadian Strong Style Rob Stardom. And a little, like I said, test of strength. But it looks like Burton has got the best of that one and just shoves back. Oh, my goodness. Both men, like I said, we're not going to see a lot of snap mares, and we're not going to see a lot of arm drags in this one. We're going to see a brawl.
No, they are just putting up the dukes right now, and I think these two guys are ready to throw them right now, Dave. Quite reminiscent of what happened at the internet pay-per-view, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing. It was a knockout match, so basically the closed fist was legal in that contest. It's a traditional wrestling match, if you must say it right now. And, hey, there's a little bit of an arm tackle there right now by Strong Style Rob Stardom. And he does have the wrestling pedigree, that's for sure. And I just thought maybe this would be a little bit more, neat, the arm, ouch. And that's just weakening the arm. You can't throw a punch if your arm's
well, good call. I think Stardom, with his experience, is leaning on that right now and maybe going in a different direction than both us and Adrien Burton figured he might be getting into today.
Absolutely. One fall, 45-minute time limit. Here we go. Oh! There we go. A couple of big hard right hands by Adrien Burton on Strong Style Rob Stardom. Irish whip into the ropes, comes back. Clipped him on the top of the head on that one. just really momentarily,
I think he's still feeling one of those big shots from earlier in the round. I mean, those where he's got a jaw on it, but he's got to use that jaw right now because he's taking a few heavy ones.
Well, we're 3 weeks removed from the internet pay-per-view, and those guys, both of them must have been concussed. 2 count there on Big Balls Burton by Rob Stardom. It just gives him a smack. Just a smack, a frustration smack. That would love to happen.
No, Stardom back, he kind of let up there, was out, but he's back in control of this match, and it's been funny. He's kind of using some more scientific maneuvers, but now it's time to chop and throw him.
Here we go, Irish whip. Burton hard into the turnbuckles. Here comes Stardom. Gets met with an elbow. Burton comes back with a big clothesline. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Rob Stardom is basically behind half a step right now. He's feeling some effects, maybe from the internet pay-per-view, maybe for some of the action we've seen tonight right here on Adrenaline.
No doubt about it. Well, Burton has laid a few pretty heavy shots right now. Stardom hanging in there right now, but his bigger opponent kind of getting the best of him right now. But no fight. No lack of fight in Canadian strong style.
Tosses him outside the ring. Rob Stardom now back onto the arena floor here.
Come on, boys, back in the ring.
And just, oh my goodness. That's good. You know what? They're still working on the noggin. And Burton really felt no effects of that one. Both of these guys head hard like coconuts. You have to think. And now just basically, there's no concussion protocol in this match.
Well, no. I mean, one might say maybe there should be with the amount of abuse both of their noggins are taking. But these two guys are warriors. Both of them are determined to get a W, and they're leaving it all out on the ring right now.
Count of 2 by Adrien Big Balls Burton on Canadian Strong Style. Rob Stardom. This match is going to be a test for both men. Irish whip reversal come. Oh, just chops him down. Chops down that knee, takes back up with a kick to the side of the head. Stardom now with a hard chop. Ouch.
Feel that one right here, Dave.
Count of 2. Referee right on top of the action. Thank you for joining us here on CWE Adrenaline. We've got an exciting few weeks coming up. Oh my, another big hard right hand. And this is what we saw on the internet pay-per-view, the 13th Anniversary Spectacular. Both men duking it out in the middle of the ring. And here comes Burton. Just both comes back with an uppercut. Cuts him down to size. Burton bails out. The momentum carrying him to the arena floor. Uh-oh. Stardom hits the ropes, comes back. Oh, my goodness.
Big elbow to the head.
Don't think Rob Stardom had that in mind when he was planning to go outside of the ring. Burton.
Oh! Jeez.
That hurt just listening to that.
These guys are really, really leaving it all out here right now. Can he get him up, Dave?
Both men have absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment.
And observed
yeah.
As well. There's been no shortage of that in this match.
Maybe I have the brain injury just watching this. Big Balls Burton on the second rope. Propping himself down. Rob Stardom getting back to his feet. Comes back with a drop kick. Stardom might be out.
This has been a real back and forth match. And it still goes on, Dave. Only a 2 count there.
Stardom able to kick out at the count of 2. Man, oh man alive. These two men just hammering each other.
Big headbutt. Of all the things that you do right now after what we've seen so far, the headbutt from Stardom.
Good grief.
Again.
Another one. Third. Going back with a flying headbutt? Oh no. Oh, good grief.
What power by Burton.
1, 2. Stardom able to kick out at the count of 2. Good grief.
Rob Stardom is so resilient, Dave. This is impressive. He's taken a few heavy blows and is still getting up.
Coming up next week on Adrenaline, the Pimp Daddy Rick Matthews will be in action. He takes on Sweet Bobby Shink. That's next week on Adrenaline. That's going to be a great match. But in this one, just met with a huge boot and another clothesline. Rob Stardom now just calling on some intestinal fortitude. He says he's going to finish him off.
Insane torque on that clothesline, Dave. That was one of the best moves of this entire match.
Suplex coming. Gets him over. Stardom now. 1, 2.
No.
Burton able to kick out at the count of 2. Wow. Where did Burton find that one? I thought he was toast.
These two guys, between their last match and this one, Dave, they're learning a lot about each other right now in the ring. They are both just feeding each other with absolutely no quit. Such resilience.
These are two men with something to prove. I wouldn't say there's hatred between them, but they want to basically prove which man is the tougher man in CWE. And right now, Rob Stardom now tosses Big Balls Burton outside the arena floor. And it looks like Rob Stardom, he's just going to join him outside. I thought he was getting up to the ropes.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh! Hit him with right in the midsection. Burton with a hard forearm to the back. Knee to the chest. And again, head into that hard ring apron, Hustler.
Oh man, Rob Stardom has taken his fair share of headshots in this, but he's dealt some out as well. This is just an incredible back and forth battle between two of CWE's best.
Rob Stardom continuing his assault. Both men at least recognize where the referee's count was. They don't want the match to end that way with a double countout. And Stardom now looks like they're both coming at each other. A double clothesline. Neither man leaves their feet, and it's just a brawl.
They're just throwing him now, Dave.
It's like a hockey fight.
Get out of here, ref.
They just tossed the referee out. The referee wants nothing to do with this right now. I think he's thrown out the match. And look at these two guys go.
It's like Dave Schultz and Bob Probert from back in the day.
Well, the referee's called for reinforcements. Sweet Bobby Shink. Looks like Corey Dye. Looks like, these guys are coming in. The Red Hot Summer guys are coming in. They need to separate these two guys. We've got a no contest in this match. The referee throws out this match between Rob Stardom and Adrien Big Balls Burton. Wow! The men are still separating these two guys.
Half the CWE locker room trying to get these guys apart, but still nothing determined between these two after two crazy matches.
I'm sure that's not the last that we're going to hear between these two men. On behalf of Dr. Marty Gold, Andrew Hustler Patterson, Dave Petro saying good night from CWE Adrenaline. What a match.